evening. This is Carnival News around the world. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. Begin from Africa. We begin the news this evening from Africa. Nigeria's consumer inflation rate has quickened for the first time in a year in March. Data released on Wednesday shows that in a headache for President Tinubu government ahead of the election scheduled for January next year, Africa's most populous nation has started to get price pressure under control before the Iran war, with inflation falling for 11 straight months. But the Middle East conflict has triggered a surge in domestic fuel prices, which has triggered through into food inflation, typically the main driver of the headline rate. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has said the war with Iran was close to over, telling the world to brace up for an amazing 2 days as the army chief of mediator Pakistan arrived in Tehran in a bid to prevent a renewed conflict. The diplomatic push came as U.S. and Iran officials weighed a return of Pakistan for further talks after negotiation there ended on Sunday without a breakthrough. Pakistan's military confirmed Field Marshal Asim Munir has arrived in Tehran. A senior Iranian source had told newsmen that Munir, who had mediated the last round of talks, was heading to Iran to narrow gaps between the two sides. In Asia, Israel's Security Cabinet will convene today, Wednesday, to discuss a possible Lebanon ceasefire. This is according to a senior Israeli official. After more than 5 weeks into a war with Hezbollah that spiraled out of the U.S.-Iran conflict with Iran, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Security Cabinet will meet at 8 p.m. Senior Hezbollah official Ibrahim al-Mozawi had told newsmen that diplomatic efforts with Iran and other regional states could produce a ceasefire soon, saying Iran had used its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz as leverage. From the continent of Europe, French and Italian lawmakers are due to vote on new laws defining anti-Semitism proposed in the wake of such an anti-Jewish incident, but which critics say could be used to censor criticism of Israel and chill protest movements. The French law, which is scheduled to be debated on Thursday, proposes to sanction implicitly justify terrorism, calling for the destruction of state recognition by France and comparisons of Israel to the Nazis. The Italian bill, if adopted, would make Italy the first country to write into law the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism, which lists certain criticism of Israel as example of anti-Semitism. And this is where we wrap up Carnival News around the world. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko.